Welcome to Complexity into Clarity, the conversations where AI, data, and smart cities meet real life, leadership, and emotional intelligence. I'm June, and today I'm sitting down with the digital abbot. Last time you told us why you call yourself an abbot. Today I want the harder one. Your engine is called the Digital Oracle, and oracles, historically, do not have a great reputation.
No, they do not, and I chose the word knowing that. When people hear oracle, they picture a voice in the smoke that speaks in riddles, takes your gold, and accepts no blame when the prophecy goes wrong. Half the artificial intelligence pitches in the world right now are exactly that oracle. So the question is fair, why keep the word?
Why keep the word?
Because the riddle is not what made Delphi matter. That is the part history remembers, and it is the least important part. What made the oracle at Delphi the most trusted institution in the ancient world for nearly 1,000 years was everything around the voice. It was one fixed place you had to travel to. There was a rule for who could ask, and when, and how the question had to be put. There were interpreters whose job was to make the answer usable, and every answer given was recorded and kept so that generations later people could go back and check what had been said. Strip away the smoke, and Delphi was a governed process for turning questions into answers you could hold someone to.
So the reputation is about the smoke, and the name is about the process.
Exactly, and that is what the digital oracle is. It is not the voice in the smoke, it is the answer with the receipt attached. Every answer it gives comes with where it came from, which document, which drawing, which decision, which page, drawn from your own library inside your own walls. It does not answer from nowhere. It does not answer from the open internet. It does not answer at all if it cannot show its source. An oracle you cannot audit is just an expensive rumor.
That is a very unusual thing for an artificial intelligence to promise. Most of them are proud of answering everything.
Most of them are, and that pride is what fills the pilot graveyard we talked about a few episodes ago. In construction, in infrastructure, in anything that gets built and has to stand, a confident wrong answer is worse than no answer. I have spent 30 years in industries where every answer needed a name and a document behind it because the consequences were poured in concrete. So I built the engine the way I was trained to build everything else: show the source, keep the record, stay inside the walls.
And where does the abbot come into it?
The abbot is the rule the oracle answers under. Digital Alchemy is the company that builds and keeps it, and the oracle is the engine that does the work, inside the abbey, never outside it. The three fit together the way the old institutions did. Somebody accountable, a rule you can read, and a voice that never speaks without a source. That is the whole architecture, and it is older than any of the technology inside it.
So the promise in one line?
Ask it anything about your own world, and it will answer you with the receipt in its hand, or it will tell you honestly that it does not know, nothing in between.
That's complexity into clarity, one source at a time. Smart tech, human hearts. See you next time.